Hello students. Our city and our country have been shaken by the recent event in Minneapolis. This past week, New Yorkers in the thousands have marched in our streets to peacefully protest injustice. Now is an opportune time to share two songs with you that Americans call on in times like this. The songs demonstrate the power music has to bring people together in times of trouble. The first song was written in 1949 by two folk singers, Lee Hays and Pete Seeger. It was originally called The Hammer Song, but we now know it as If I Had a Hammer. Hays and Seeger, along with the singing group The Weavers, were committed to using music as a way to fight oppression. The Weavers were the first to record the song. Because of the song's plea to take action against the prevailing attitudes of the day, it was somewhat repressed in the 1950s, although Seeger would sing it occasionally. Here he is at a concert in 1956.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out the warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land.
As the civil rights movement of the 1950s and early 60s gained momentum, in 1963, the legendary folk song trio Peter, Paul, and Mary gave If I Had a Hammer a new lease on life. With a combination of their youth, intricate harmonies, and charismatic performing style, the song moved to the center of the civil rights movement. If I Had a Hammer became such a rallying point that Peter, Paul, and Mary were asked to perform it at the famous 1963 Civil Rights March in Washington, D.C. The trio sang it only a short time before Dr. King took to the stage to deliver his thrilling I Have a Dream speech. The following clip combines their performance of the song on a network television show with their performance of the song at the march. Enjoy If I Had a Hammer for its rich harmonies, its tricky syncopation, and the stirring performance of the lead singer Mary Travers. And also, listen for the simple and powerful imagery of each one of the four verses. In the second half of the clip, you will see the song's power as the marchers sing and clap along to it at the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
Brothers and sisters all over this land. Ooh, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out love between brothers and sisters, all over this land. Ooh. Well, I got a hammer and I got a bell, I got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song of love between the brothers and the sisters all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song of love between the brothers and the sisters all over this land.
One positive movement towards social change in the 1960s was the rise of the record label Motown. For the first time, African American artists controlled the production and finances of their own music. Thanks to the skillful management of the label's founder, Berry Gordy, and the brilliance of the young talent he attracted, Motown took over the hit parade. People all over the nation loved the Motown sound for its sophisticated melodies and its mixture of pop, R&B, gospel, and soul. Here, briefly, are the Supremes with their number one hit, Stop in the Name of Love.
Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over, baby, think it over.
In 1971, one of Motown's greatest stars, Marvin Gaye, moved the record label a step forward into social consciousness with his song, What's Going On? Throughout the 60s, the demand for social justice had strengthened as resistance against the change also strengthened. Voices became louder as young and old, people of different races and professions, all demanded equal rights for racial minorities, women, young people, and the poor. Across the country, people became increasingly disillusioned by the war in Vietnam and protested the draft on college campuses. People on both sides of the issues came into conflict with each other, and sometimes the protests erupted into violence on college campuses and in our cities. Marvin Gaye, after seeing an act of brutality at an anti-war rally in Berkeley, California, was inspired to write What's Going On? At first, the Motown label refused to release the song because of its political nature. But when Gaye threatened to go on strike against the label, Berry Gordy reluctantly agreed to release the song. Well, What's Going On took off like a rocket and within a month reached number 1 on the R&B charts and reached number 2 on the Hot 100 chart. The recording went on to sell 2 million copies. Obviously, the song spoke to America. Here is Gaye singing the song in 1972. Listen not only for the song's message, but also to Gaye's remarkable voice with its 4-octave range, and to the smooth groove of his band.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. Oh, it's not the answer, for only love can conquer. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving. Oh, yeah, yeah. Picket lights, picket signs, punish me with brutality. Talk to me, honey, so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Woo! Come on here. Woo! But don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Wanna know what's going on? All right. And tell me, friend, how in the world have you been? Tell me what's out. I wanna know what's in. Woo! What's the deal? What's the deal, man? What's happening? What's happening, brother? What's happening? What's happening, brother? I wanna know what's happening. What's happening, my man? Been gone a long, long time. Now I'm back on the scene. What's happening, brother? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, brother?
What's Going On was a highlight of every Marvin Gaye concert until Gaye's untimely death in 1984 at the age of 45. Pete Seeger continued to sing If I Had a Hammer until his death at the age of 94 in 2014. Both of these songs continue to speak to us because of their message and their wonderful musicality. Here's Pete at 93.
Well, I got a hammer and I got a bell and I got a song to sing all over the land. Justice, the hammer of God. Freedom, the bell of free. Love, the song of our love between my brothers and sisters. Oh, over